Imagine being right on the brink of a life-changing $69,000 payday, only to have the universe completely destroy your leverage in the dead of night. Today we are analyzing a brutal economic betrayal, engineered by the cruel spirits of bad luck and desperate scavengers. Welcome to Caveman Capital, where ancient logic solves modern finance. I am Og, your guide to survival in the wild world of money. Let's look at the data. A hard-working hunter, living in the frozen mud, without a single asset or warm cave to call his own. He had been surviving in the harsh wilderness for many moons, with no shelter, no comfort, and zero permanent security. But he persevered. He did not give up hope. He kept moving forward, one painful step at a time. He knew the forest would eventually reward his labor. And then, one day, his entire financial landscape changed. He secured a high-status hunting contract, worth a staggering $69,000, a true fortune. This contract was his golden ticket, straight out of the mud. His big chance to build a life of absolute abundance. He would finally be able to trade for prime mammoth meat. He could finally afford the thickest premium furs for the winter. But right as he was about to lock in his new journey, disaster struck his camp in the deep darkness. His swiftest riding beasta, his primary transport asset, was stolen. Taken by vile, low, leveraged scavengers in the dead of night. These scavengers do not hunt their own meat. They wait in the shadows for hard, working creators to succeed. Then they strike the second your eyes are closed, leaving him completely stranded on the dirt path with zero logistical options. No way to reach the new high-paying hunting grounds across the valley. His prize, his contract, his entire economic future, all seemed lost. The hunter was heartbroken, his spirit completely crushed. He had been so incredibly close, yet so far from financial safety. He stood in the morning fog, staring at the empty tree trunk. The cut leather ropes were just mocking his success. Now, let us analyze the psychological warfare of this situation, using heavy, primitive cave analogies. When the market throws a massive boulder at your head, right at the literal finish line, you must not drop your heavy wooden club. This discipline is absolutely crucial for your long-term survival. The hunter must focus his mind, like a caveman staring intently into the flickering fire. He must not let pure panic consume his thoughts. Panic is a highly dangerous predator in the financial woods. It clouds your vision and completely blinds you to rational solutions. When panic takes over, a strategist makes desperate mistakes. He throws away his spears and runs blindly into the economic swamp. He must remember the prize is still technically his. The contract token is still secured in his leather pouch. The $69,000 is still completely within reach. He just needs to find a way to overcome this devastating setback. Let us talk about the trap of the winter scarcity mindset. When a vital asset is stolen, the primitive brain thinks everything is over. It tells you that you are doomed to stay in the mud forever. But a wise tracker knows that tools can be replaced. Your core skills cannot be stolen by night scavengers. Your knowledge of the tracking trails remains locked in your head. Imagine, if you will, a mighty, roaring river flowing through the cave of life. The hunter's riding beast, his transport asset, is like a strong, sturdy log raft. It carries him across the treacherous rapids, to the other side of the canyon, where the rich new cache flows await. But without that transport log raft, the hunter is left standing helpless on the shore. He cannot stand there, crying about the asset that floated away. If he stands there weeping, the seasonal floods will catch him. If he stands there complaining, he will starve to death. He must look around the brush for another way to cross. He must look for rocks to step on, or vines to grab, or risk being swept away by the currents of poverty and despair. This is the ultimate test of economic will. The hunter's mental fortitude is paramount right now. He cannot afford to freeze in place. He cannot afford to let his ambition crumble into dust. He must channel his inner strength, the raw strength of his ancient ancestors, to navigate this unexpected crisis. And let us analyze the deep economic disaster of losing a vital production asset right before you scale your tribal income. The hunter's riding beast was not just a way to move around. It was a crucial vehicle for his new high-paying hunt. Without it, he risks losing the contract completely. Losing the contract means losing all the revenue. This is like a master builder losing his trusty stone, axe, his primary means of survival and daily sustenance, just when he needs it most. At the exact brink of monumental success, the hunter must find a way to overcome this emergency setback, without resorting to high-interest predatory tribal debt. That kind of predatory debt is a deadly trap. It ensnares your camp and completely suffocates your future. Shady merchants will offer a new beast today, but they will demand all your capital tomorrow. They will make you work their fields for 10 winters. Do not let short-term desperation ruin long-term freedom. He must preserve his remaining capital. Every single dollar is precious right now. And he must rebuild his forward momentum. Like a caveman rebuilding his fire after a strong wind. He must be incredibly resourceful. He must be relentlessly persistent. The hunter must find a way to secure backup logistics to ensure he can still travel to the new hunting grounds and claim his rightful place in the big tribe. So, what can this brave hunter do right now? Let Og lay out a comprehensive 4-step action plan. This plan is a clear blueprint for survival and victory. Step 1. Alert the tribal guards immediately. The hunter must inform his local village watchman. He needs to make a mark on the tribe's history stones about the stolen vehicle asset. He needs their extra eyes and ears in the woods. Brr. Their collective strength to track the thieves. Brr. Do not suffer in silence out of foolish pride. Brr. Remaining silent only helps the scavengers hide. Brr. He must also send a message to the Grand Chief's camp. Tell the chief that a wild beast delayed his travel. Brr. But declare that he is moving toward them with full speed. Brr. Honesty builds deep trust among high-level partners. Brr. High-level chiefs value truth over perfect excuses. Step 2. Securing backup logistics at all costs. Brr. The main mission is reaching the hunting grounds for day 1. Brr. Urgency is the ultimate key to keeping the contract. Brr. This might mean walking through the night for many suns. Brr. Until his feet bleed in the dirt. Brr. Or borrowing a slower vehicle from a neighbor. Brr. Perhaps trading a small portion of value for a pack mule. Brr. He must explore every single logistical possibility. Brr. No matter how small or uncomfortable it feels. Brr. He must ensure he arrives on time. Brr. No matter what obstacles stand in his path. Brr. The chief must see his face before the fire burns out. Brr. Step 3. Strict capital preservation strategies. Brr. The hunter must be incredibly careful with his remaining funds. Brr. He must enter an immediate economic freeze in his camp. Brr. No squandering resources on frivolous things. Brr. No buying decorative items or extra meat portions. Brr. He must not spend all his assets on temporary luxury solutions. Brr. He must hold on to cash like armor. Brr. Like a prudent caveman, storing dried roots deep in a trench. Brr. Saving everything before a 6-month winter blizzard hits. Brr. Every single dollar saved is a tool for future defense. Brr. He needs to be exceptionally disciplined. Brr. When your tools are broken, your remaining food is your lifeline. Brr. Step 4. Shielding all future gains. Brr. Once he secures the rich contract and starts earning. Brr. He must find a permanent way to protect his wealth. Brr. He must build an impenetrable defensive wall around his assets. Like a caveman building a strong stone fortress. Brr. To shield his family from the harsh layout of the market jungle. Brr. He must make sure that he can keep his wealth safe. Brr. The very first earnings must go into a hidden vault. Brr. A vault that can never be touched for regular spending. Brr. This ensures that if scavengers strike again next year, brr, he can buy a replacement vehicle cash down. Brr. He can do it without blinking or stressing. Brr. He must learn from this incredibly harsh lesson. Brr. He must build a fortress around his financial success, so the unpredictable storms can never drop him in the mud again. Brr. Let us review the math of $69,000. Brr. Many young beginners get dizzy when they see a big number. They think they can spend like a chief on day 1. Brr. But you must subtract the chief's tribute tax first. Brr. You must subtract the cost of maintaining your weapons. Brr. What is left over is your true survival reserve. Brr. Protect that reserve with your life. Brr. Wait, before we continue this lesson, brr, listen very close to Og. Brr. Og is just a simple caveman with a heavy wooden club. I am not a modern financial shaman or certified legal wizard. Brr. This story is shared for entertainment and building strong brains. It is absolutely not direct financial or investment advice. Always do your own deep scouting in the dangerous woods, or you might end up freezing with no food for winter. The woods are changing and the paths are full of tricks. Never trust a smooth, talking shaman without checking his tracks. If Og helped you protect your camp perimeter today, or helped sharpen your primitive hunting tools, hit that subscribe button right now, smash the thumbs up stone, and join our growing tribe here at Caveman Capital. We hunt for complete financial freedom, one heavy rock at a time. Keep your spears sharp, protect your logs, and I will see you all on the very next hunt.